Hello, my name is Robert Dean Steele, and this is your daily Bible class. Well, we've been cruising through the book of 1 John, and we are currently in 1 John chapter 4. Listen to what it says here. Verse number 4, chapter 4, verse number 19. We love because He first loved us. Oh, what a great scripture. You know, we didn't know Jesus Christ, but that love of God was bestowed upon us. John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world that He gave. And the marvelous thing is that love is bestowed upon us. I remember the very first time someone said to me, I love you. Her name was Michelle. I think I was about 4 years old. And Michelle said to me, I love you. And you know what happened? All of a sudden, my heart was filled with love. I looked at that little girl in a totally different manner because she said she loved me. Now, 2 days later, she punched me and said, I hate you. But the simple fact was, for those 2 days, oh, I was in paradise, paradise, paradise. I remember when my wife Lois said to me, I love you. Folks, my heart skipped a crazy beat. And I already loved her, and I told her that. I said, yes, I love you as well. But folks, that love was made complete. When God loved us first, we all of a sudden discovered pure and holy, no strings attached, agape love, and we responded to us. It says God loved us first, and we responded to that love. He says, whoever claims to love God, yet hates his brother, is a liar. You can't possibly say that you love God and hate somebody. That is unnatural fruit. That's what James says. You can't have a bitter spring and a sweet spring. You can't have on one hand saying, I love him and I hate her. You know, it doesn't work that way. It is unnatural. That's what John is trying to get across here. He says, so whoever does not love their brother or sister whom they've seen, how can they love God whom they have not seen? You can say, well, you know, I have this wonderful vision of God, that He's this great and benevolent Father. John says, how can you possibly say you love God when you hate someone made in the image of God? You see, every man, woman, child, and young person is made in the image of God. We are in His social, His spiritual, and as well His emotional likeness. That's who we are. We're in His eternal likeness. But you know what? When it comes to the fact that we hate somebody, that shows that we're not of God. Because those who truly love God will walk like Jesus did. Jesus walked with compassion to every individual. Jesus looked at every individual as someone made in the image of God. He saw beyond the physical and saw the heart. Do you see the heart? And that's what John was trying to get across. He says, you can't say that you love God if you hate someone made in the image of God. And He has given us this commandment. Anyone who loves God must also love their brother and sister. It's a commandment, folks. It is not an option. It is not, basically a suggestion. It is a commandment. We are called to love one another. It's called the Great Commandment. To love the Lord our God with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love our neighbor as ourselves. So if you want to say, what's a commandment of God? There it is. Love those made in the image of God. Love your brother and sisters in the Lord. Love those who are working in the world. They may not be all the most lovely people, but God can help us to see beyond the physical to the heart. Think about that. My name is Robert Dean Steele. You have yourself a great and godly day. This is your daily Bible class.